Good morning, students. Hope you all are keeping well and wish you a very happy new year. So, today we will see the new chapter which is probability. So, first of all, what is the probability? It is Probability is the study of likelihood of event happening under a given set of conditions. So, some conditions will be given, means what is the possible outcomes or what is the possibilities, like it is certain, uncertain. So first of all, we'll see the sum of the important terms which we use in this chapter, which will be used. Some important terms, like first of all, which is the chance. So chance is that it is the probability or the likelihood of something happening. Then after the experiment, outcome and event. So experiment, an action or process that yields some well-defined outcome, is known as experiment. Any specific subset of set of all possible outcomes is called event. So what is the event, outcome? These are the terms which will be used when while we solve the exercise. So now there are some examples, like if we toss a coin. If we toss a coin, so what is the possibility? So in the toss, as we know that there is a head and tail. There is a head and tail. There's a possibility of either it can be of the head or it can be tail. Fine. So, other examples, as we can see, if we throw a dice, dice means there is a numbers are written and the six spaces are there. 1 2 3 4 5 6 numbers are written. So what is the possibility of that? Either it can come one when you throw a dice. There is a possibility either it can 1 2 3 4 5 6 similar. So these are the some of the examples through which we can understand the probability, the concept of probability. So now second one is the next point is which is your random experiment. If an experiment result in two or more outcomes, is called the random experiment. And if an experiment results two or more outcome, so which have the possibility of two or more outcome, that is called the random, right? Trial, the process of conducting a random experiment is called a trial. Randomly whatever we are trying, that is called trial. Randomly whatever the experiments we are doing, which is called the trial. So now just with this example we can get these terms clearly. So outcomes, toss of a coin. So there are two possibilities, two possible outcomes, which is your head and tail. Next is your toss of two coins. When we toss the two coins, so there is a different possibility. Either there can have the head, there can have head tail, tail head, and tail. These are the possibilities which is possible when we toss the two coins. Similarly, if we throw the die, either one dice or two dice, there are possibilities are there. So there are few examples through which we can understand the probability. Just to go through these examples. Then after we have the probability, suppose that what is the possible, suppose in a coin, there are two possible outcome. When we toss a coin, the chance of getting head and tail, which is your 1/2, which is called the 50/50, means either it can be head or it can be of tail. When there is two possible part, so there is a 50/50 chances are there. So now next we can see, next which is the probability scale. It is it's the value actually, the probability which will lies between 0 to 1. The value of probability will never goes below the 0, means less than 0, or not greater than 1. So it always lies between 0 and 1, and its the value is always positive. It's never get the negative value. That is the probability, because 1 means 100%. If the value, if you get the 1 probability, which means 100%. 0 means impossible, it is not possible. And in between it will lies the value of probability always. Then next is your, which is your sure event. What is the sure event? So that is the 100%, which is your sure, right? The probability of a sure event is always 1. Impossible, its the probability will always 0. Impossible event, correct? Next, like one example, as you can see, a 5 rupees coin is tossed. Find the probabilities of getting head or tail, right? A toss was a coin was tossed, sorry, that is a 5 rupees coin was tossed, and there's a probability of getting head and tail. So first of all, what is the total outcome? what are the possible total outcome. So that is either it can be head or it can be tail. These two are possible. So that is the total number of outcome. Now, what is my desired? What I want, what you want, what is your favorable condition? So you want the head. So what you want? You want the, you are asking for the head. So how many heads are there? One head. So that is the one. And divided by total how many how many chances, total how many outcomes are there? Two, divide by two. So this is the probability of getting the, this is the probability of getting your head, right? So next, which is your some of the next some of the questions of like next is a dice wise thrown, right? So as you know that in a dice, what is the possible values? It can be 1, 2, 3, 4, either 5, 6. These are the possible value. Total how many are there? Total is 6. Okay, that is the 6. So always it will divide by 6 if you get the probability first. Then after, what is the chances of getting 4? So 4 how many in this set? You can see, check that how many times 4 will occur. It is a just for one time it will occur. So just you can write the 1. So this is the probability of getting the, this is the probability of event of getting the 4. That is your probability. Fine. So these are the few examples. Just go through it. We will solve some more questions directly from the exercise. So this is your exercise 2. So in this exercise, the first of all you can see that is the questions. Number 1, tell whether each of the following is certain to happen, is impossible, or may not certain. So this only you have to give the statement whether it is a certain or not. So first question, you are older today than tomorrow. Of course, it is a certain. Whatever your age is today, which is greater than your, you are older than yesterday. Sorry, tomorrow. So next, this is the first one is your certain. Next one, ne- uh, next sorry, you are older to today than tomorrow. So it is a, it is a impossible event. It is, you cannot be older than tomorrow, right? Because tomorrow you will be, your age will increase. So next question, a die when throw lands of with 7 on top. So it is also, because in a dice you know there are total how many faces are there? 6. Maximum number it goes to the 6. It, we can never get the 7. Next question. Next question is your a toss coin shows head. Of course, whenever we toss the coin, there is a possibility of either it can be head or it can be tail. So may happen, may not certain. Means possibility. There's a possibility of 50-50. So likewise, these questions you have to see. Then after the next question, which is your identify the true statements. What are the true statements that you have to see? Like the first question, the probability of impossible event is 0. Of course, it is true. If it is impossible, it means, impossible means, sorry, 0 means impossible. So of course, it is a 0. Okay, this is the true statement. Then after, probability of sure event is 1 by 2. No, this is the 1 by 2. If the probability of sure event, sure means it must be of 1, but it is a half. So this is a wrong statement. So first one is correct, true. This is wrong. Then after the next question, there is 50-50 chance of getting 2 in a throw of dice. Okay. So this is also a false statement. Okay, fine. So please do this exercise, exercise 2. Some of the more, some more questions are there. So next class we will see some more questions. So first of all, your homework, please, your homework is to do the first example questions of this exercise. You do the first of all the example questions whatever given in this exercise. Then after, start the uh, given exercise. So first examples questions you have to do, followed by this exercise you have to complete. So you have to do the till question number 3, 1, 2 and 3 along with the example questions. Okay, thank you.